Welcome back to the class. Today we shall discuss a few questions in the chapter Heredity, and in the next class we will discuss a few more questions. So in the part 1 we will discuss few questions. So first question, what is heredity? So these are short answer questions, and you can give the answer in one sentence or two. That's it. So what is heredity? So heredity is the process where the traits are passed from parents to progeny or parents to offspring. It means the characters passed from parent generation to offsprings. That is called heredity. What is variation? Variation means the slight difference in the organisms belonging to the same species. So in a population. So variations are slight differences in organisms belonging to the same species. That is called variation. What is a gene? How can you define gene? So gene is a segment of DNA which is a basic unit of heredity. That means it carries the characters which are passed from one generation to another generation. So DNA, that is gene, is a segment of DNA which is a basic unit of heredity. And the next one, what is a phenotype ratio? Phenotype ratio means a comparison of two physical characters taken into consideration in a population. So two characters are taken into consideration in a population. That is called phenotype ratio. Comparison of two physical characters. That is in a population. That is called a phenotype ratio. Genotype ratio means genes are taken into consideration, and the ratio that is obtained is called genotype ratio. Here in phenotype, physical characters are taken into consideration. In genotype, genes are taken into consideration. Okay, what are autosomes? So autosomes means the chromosomes which are not allosomes or sex chromosomes. They are called allosomes. They are called autosomes. Autosomes means which are not allosomes or sex chromosomes. They are called autosomes. So name the plant on which Mendel performed his experiments. So Mendel did his experiments on a pea plant. So the botanical name of pea plant is Pisum sativum. Pisum sativum. And next thing, what is a chromosome? So chromosome is a DNA molecule which consists of genetic material, that is called chromosome. So chromosome is a DNA molecule which consists of genetic material. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, that you know. Okay, DNA, that is chromosome, is a DNA molecule which consists of genetic material. Who is called as the father of genetics? So he is called father of genetics, Gregor John Mendel. So he is called as the father of genetics. And next, what is monohybrid ratio, dihybrid ratio? So monohybrid ratio, in only one character, two different characters are taken into consideration. One character with different traits are taken into consideration, and in F2 generation the ratio is 3:1, and the genotype ratio is 1:2:1. And here in the dihybrid ratio, two characters are taken into consideration, the differences, and the ratio is 9:3:3:1. Next, what are traits, factors, and alleles according to Mendel? So that means when Mendel did his experiments, nothing was known about meiosis, genes, chromosomes, etc. So that is why he has given certain names. Traits means characters, factors means genes, and alleles means pairs. So he said that each trait is under the control of two genes, and that he called pairs. He called them as alleles. And what are homozygous and heterozygous conditions? Homozygous condition means when one trait is under the control of same factors. So if you take the length of the plant, tall, short. So if one trait, tallness, is under the control of same factors, it is called homozygous condition. This is a pure tall plant, a pure short plant. And if the traits are under the control of two different factors, then it is called heterozygous condition. Two different factors. That means the factor which is responsible tallness and factor which is responsible shortness, both are there. Such condition is said to be heterozygous condition. So what is the importance of variations? So variations, as we have seen already, so minor differences, slight differences in the organisms belonging to the same species. So the variations play important role in the process of evolution. That means if there are no variations, suppose if some disaster occurs, the whole population will be wiped out. But when there is variations, then the stronger organism will survive and the weaker organism will be eliminated. So that is how generation after generation better organisms are formed. So that is why variations play important role in the process of evolution. Next, what are F1 and F2 generations? That means F1 generation means first filial generation and F2 means second filial generations. So these are the important small questions and answers. So heredity means the traits which are passed from parents to offspring or progeny. That's called heredity. Variations means slight differences or minor differences found with organisms belonging to the same species. So define a gene. So define a gene means gene is a segment of DNA which is a basic unit of heredity. What is phenotype genotype ratio means comparison of two characters, and that is called a population, that is called a phenotype. If genes are taken into consideration, that is called genotype ratio, the ratio that is obtained when genes are taken into consideration. What are autosomes? So the chromosomes which are not allosomes or sex chromosomes, they are called autosomes. And name the plant on which Mendel did his experiments means pea plant, that is Pisum sativum. And what is a chromosome means a DNA molecule which consists of a genetic material. And who is called father of genetics? So Gregor John Mendel is called father of genetics. What is monohybrid ratio, dihybrid ratio? In F2 generation, monohybrid ratio is 3:1. That is a phenotype. Genotype is 1:2:1. And in dihybrid ratio, it is 9:3:3:1 phenotype. And what are traits, factors, alleles according to Mendel? So according to Mendel, traits are characters, factors are genes, alleles are pairs. And what are homozygous and heterozygous conditions? That means if one trait is under the control of same factors, then it is called homozygous condition, pure varieties. And if the trait is under the control of two different factors, it is called heterozygous condition. What is the importance of variations? So variations are very important in the process of evolution. They play a very important role in the process of evolution for the formation of better generation. Okay, that is the importance of variations. What are F1 and F2 generations? F1 means first filial generation, F2 means second filial generation. So these are the short questions and answers which you can easily answer. Okay, hope you have understood. And we shall deal with some few more important questions in part 2. Okay, thank you.